Okay, here we are with the final demo, I hope. I demonstrated this last time, which you've got colored numbers in this barcode, and also on the back you've got serial number, model number, series number, date of manufacturer, and those are all bits of information that need to be used once you get in the case. So when you figure out how to get into the box on the side, you'll have a key. Key goes in the lock switch, fingerprint scanner,
the mission countdown timer has been initiated.
okay. So technically it says that the countdown timer has been initiated, and it has, and it's got 30 minutes on the clock right now. So we type in a serial number from the back of the case. It presents us with Crack the Code, which is Kansas, Wyoming, Missouri. You'd be surprised how many people don't know their geography at all. That tends to be a hurdle, and people usually need to use their cell phone or something to look up a map of the United States. Case opens. Alright. We've got a big electronic schematic. We've got a mini projection viewing screen. And we have an envelope with a red wire and a manual. The manual has gotten to be 14 pages total. There's the introduction, identifying failed components, entering the hexadecimal code into the binary input console. I got a typo here. Diagnostic error codes, some other hints to get where you need to be. So everything you need is in there. We've got our, that's normally off, and you turn that to get that to come on. We get a little paper sound. That looked like a blank page, but if you view it from an angle, it actually says something. I'll go back to it real quick. So, looking at it straight on, you can't really see it. If you look at it from either angle, there's some text on that screen. So, flip this one. So there's a page on here that talks about completing the red circuit, and I just blew right by it. Technically, I would think, though, that intuitively you've got that Foxtrot 9er alpha message, and you've got this phonetic alphabet. Foxtrot is F, alpha is A, and then you've got 9 is 9er. So basically you've got F9A. In here, entering the hexadecimal code into the binary input console and retrieval of encrypted, it should say message, it basically tells you how to decode F9A into binary from hexadecimal. So just going through here should give you the basics to do that. So F is on, and it tells you that 1 is on and 2 is off. A is on, off.
You have 25 minutes left to complete your mission.
As you suggested, that's going to happen every 5 minutes. And then A is on, off. 9 was on, off, on. So then you need to get into this, and we go to this other page in the manual, equipment variances. It talks about padlocks and what you need to do to figure out the combination for this padlock. And here it says locate the resistor color code chart, which they will need later on. So it's good that we're referencing this color code chart, and it tells you to hit the empty space. It asks you to select the padlock you have. This one is silver and gray. Then based on model numbers and data manufacturer type things, it tells you what combination to use. It's actually either this one or this one. They're both the same. 864, open the lock, push the button, and the projector goes off. It also in the instructions tells you to take the viewing screen. Come on. Kind of hard to do this. Oops, wrong button. So you've got a Freemason symbol being projected there, and you'll need that for later. So the next thing we need to do is complete the red circuit. And this is also talked about in the manual as well as on that screen in the electronic document console. This could be a challenge with one hand. There we go. So it talks about diagnostic mode, and before you can use it, you have to get it in diagnostic mode. In order to get it in diagnostic mode, you must complete the red circuit and push the D2 button, which causes this to open back up. Basically, if we look in the manual, it tells us that we've got a diagnostic indicator LED which is lit, and we also have, it's telling us that we've got an error code that's G3. Between those two things, it basically tells you what to do. It's going to tell you to identify a failed component, and I don't know if I can make this work or not, but if you look close, this one right here looks different from the other ones. The other ones look clean, that one looks kind of messed up. So you follow the instructions in the manual, and you will push select damaged component. It will tell you to touch the bad component. You touch the bad component. And what I've watched people play it, and they forget because the screen goes away when you go to select a new component. So they can remember where it is on the board because it's the lowest one. So proceed to the next step, select a new component, flips to this screen, and now you have to select the appropriate resistor for replacement. So they're going to remember, hopefully they're going to remember, that there's a resistor color code chart. And if they forget which component it is on the board, they can go here and see that it's R10. There is a schematic here, and if you have great eyes, that'll work. Otherwise, you've got this big schematic over here. There's a lot of resistors or R's. There's R9, there's R10. R10 is expected to be 47 or 47 ohm. We come over here, and 4 is yellow, 7 is violet, and no zeros is black. 4700 would have a third stripe as red, and there is a yellow, purple, red. The yellow, purple, black is the one we want. So it analyzes that.
Work fast. You have 20 minutes left to
20
complete
minutes?
your mission.
So it says that we selected the correct component. It's going to replace that component. Replaces it. It's going to test it. Tells us the
Good work.
transmitter is operable.
Transmitter repaired.
And then we're gonna,
Initializing signal jamming and missile tracking mode.
and so a little door pops off the side, a cryptex pops out, we get a hint. In the Elect Document Center, go to the Morse code page and press S for symbols. We've got this neat cryptex. I'm going to go to the Morse page, and this says, if you can locate the symbol in the electronic document console projected by the BIC and B1 button, touch the on-screen symbol. Looking for Morse code because we're supposed to touch the S. S. Symbols, none of those are the Freemason symbol. There's the Freemason symbol. It tells us that the code for the cryptex is Masons. So this is going to be hard to do with one hand too. Where'd it go? I'm going to just set the camera down. A-S-O-N-S. So we got Masons. We got a hint. Set the frequency, transmitter frequency for frequency specified on the missile blueprint in the electronic document console. Total body 64. When the frequency is properly set, depress the red transmit button. As you can see, this is changed to the missile tracking screen, and I can put any image in there. That happens to be my neighborhood. So I can put anybody's location in there for effect. Oh no, we need to put in the frequency. Oh no, we need to find the missile blueprint. There. Oh shit. Oops. Come on. There's a lot of missile documents and there's only one missile blueprint. I don't know if you can see it or not, but here it says total body 64, and down here it says guidance frequency 407 gigahertz. So 40. Oops, that's not O. 07. And then we push this button. It says the missile's inbound, headed toward us. Gee whiz, we're cutting it close.
Signal transmitting. Signal transmitting. Mission successful. Missile has self-destructed.
that's it. We just won the game. If you don't, it continues to count down, and then it does a kind of loud horn sound and tells you that the missile's inbound and prepare for missile impact. And then has a kind of a, as that had kind of a winning sound, this has a kind of a losing sound. So that's what we got. Interested to get your feedback.